Hi everybody, Mrs. Jordan here again, coming at you with another spooky art lesson. So, I already told you my obsession with Halloween, and I really wanted to do this project. It's an oldie but a goodie. It is basically a haunted house silhouette picture. It's so much fun, and the supplies that you're gonna need are a little different than the ones that we typically use. So, this is the supply list. Are you ready? Piece of paper. Either a Sharpie, which is a permanent marker. That means it will not come out of clothes, and it'll take a long time to come off of your skin. Or a black crayon, a piece of foil, like from the kitchen, and markers. Oh, and a spray bottle. I know. So, chances are, if you are one of my students watching this, that you have figured out what the foil is for by now. But if not, don't worry, I want to leave it a surprise. So, go ahead and get those supplies, and let's get started.
Okay, cutie patooties, you need a piece of paper. You also need a pencil because we are going to be sketching out first. And as always, the first step is to write your name and put the date on it because for documentation purposes, friends. So, after you do that, you're gonna flip it over to the other side. And your paper can go tall ways like mine, or it can go long ways the other way. And we're gonna start by first drawing a line for the ground. I'm making it kind of like a little hill. You do not have to make it a hill if you do not want to. This is gonna be completely your own picture. Now I'm gonna start with the house. I am first just making a box, just like a rectangle, any size. And then I'm gonna add the front door, because I thought that looks like a good place for the front door to go. And basically we're just gonna be adding on to this rectangle wherever you put it. You're gonna keep adding windows and doors, and you're gonna keep adding rectangles on top of it like how I'm doing right now. This one's kind of tilted to the side. I'm gonna add a few more, and basically you're just gonna keep adding rectangles until it's super duper spooky. I will link below some pictures, some inspiration pictures if you want to, in case you can't really think of an idea. So, but yeah, you just keep adding shapes for the building itself and also shapes for the windows. And I'm really not worrying too much about the details because we're going to be coloring this in black except for the windows. We're doing this because it's a silhouette. And basically a silhouette is a shadow. So if you look at your shadow, there's no details. It's just basically your outline, but colored in black. So that's what we're doing with this house. So add whatever spooky things you want. Once you have your ooky spooky house, let's add some more stuff to make it even more spooky. I'm gonna add a creepy tree because those are super spooky. And again, we're still gonna make them a shadow, so there's no worry about details. I'm just adding a whole bunch of kind of squiggly lines that go up and back down to the tree trunk. The more you add, the more branches it will look like it has. I'm even gonna add a cute little owl, because why not? And then, what else could we add to make it spooky? We could add a black cat. We could add a pumpkin, or a jack-o'-lantern, more specifically. And then I'm also gonna add some bats to the sky. That's what I'm gonna start doing now, and it's super easy. Basically, you just draw a little letter V and connect each side of the V with 2 letter W's that connect in the middle. So V, W for the wing, W for the other wing. Wow, and wing starts with W. Look at that. So go ahead, add some more spooky details to really make your artwork pop. Now we're gonna start the coloring process. I already started the tree and the little house and everything, but basically we're coloring everything black except for the windows and except for the jack-o'-lantern's face. I think that we should color in the hill. If you don't want to, that is fine. Again, this is your art project, not mine. But for my art project, I decided to color in the grass because I thought it was just another level of spooky. And remember, while we're coloring this in, you're either using a permanent marker, like a Sharpie, or you're using a black crayon. The reason why we're using either those two things is because they are waterproof. Water will not disrupt them. They will not make them run or bleed or anything. So, they won't bleed whenever we do our fancy foil for the sky. So go ahead, keep coloring, and I'll check back with you whenever we do the foil. Foil time, people. So go ahead and get a piece of foil. I guarantee you probably have some in your kitchen, but ask before you take it because that would be rude to just take things without asking. And I'm gonna start just coloring away. For this, we have to use regular markers, not Sharpies, nothing permanent. We need just regular old washable markers. This is important because these are not waterproof. And I'm just filling up my foil with different splotches. So you're not really trying to make a picture right now, you're just filling up the space. And I'm filling up the space using sunset colors because that is the most often that we see silhouettes outside. So go ahead and think about the colors that you want to incorporate in your sunset picture. I chose reds and oranges and yellows, some purples, pinks, and even I think a little blue just to spice it up, you know? So go ahead, fill up your foil. And we're just going to do something really quick I forgot to do earlier. I'm going to take another one of my Sharpies, and I'm going to take a yellow one, and I'm going to fill in the windows, the doors, and the jack-o'-lantern face. That's all I'm going to use my yellow Sharpie for. And remember, you could use a yellow crayon as well. It's kind of up to you, whatever you're using. But we're just doing that so the color from the foil can stay in the sky and not in the windows. You know what I mean? So go ahead and do this now. Okay, so friends, so ideally you would have done the windows and stuff while we were coloring in everything black, but right now we're going to go back to our foil, and we are going to get our spray bottle. Ding, there it is. And you're going to give it a few sprays, like maybe 2 or 3. You don't want to do too much where it's like just water on top of paper. You want to do it so you can still see little tiny baby droplets of water. And then you're going to flip your haunted house over, give it a rub-a-dub-dub, give it a little massage, you know, make the paper feel comfortable. And once you feel like the whole thing has been completely saturated by the marker, you are going to flip it over, and voila, your beautiful artwork is there. So, you really want to make sure that you're covering your space, giving it a really good massage. And, friends, you can do this multiple times if you want to add more colors. But yeah, here's mine. Have a happy, happy day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye!